We are live on Shaggy TV for a little Outlaw Dirt Series action at a place called Kokomo. Brought the UMPs out to play a little over 15 minutes until practice is over. I just heard the boys talking. Actually reminded me that my iRacing sound was on, so good thing they did say that here, so it wasn't anything worse here, but they're asking them to kind of run different lanes here, wear the track in as he's sitting here. Guys entering in a little higher. You can see some of the dirt flying, not so much dust yet, but there we get a little bit of it from guys up top. iRacing brought the dust back for us, so definitely fun. It you know, you pay for running in the middle of the field now as to opposed before. You got that clear view all the time. Well, I kind of like this, to be honest with you. It's not easy to see when you're in a real race car in the middle of the pack, and it shouldn't be on iRacing either, so I think they did a fairly good job with it. You've got obviously drivers complaining on both ends, but hey, if you ask me, I think they did a pretty good job here. But let's bring up the points. DJ, he's got a lead, 260 over Tyler Knopf. So Dylan, I was gonna say if he keeps showing up, or okay, he is here. He's 6 on the list. I almost didn't see him. If he keeps showing up, he's basically got this thing locked up. So looking like DJ possibly going to bring home an Outlaw Dirt Series UMP title, but we still do have some races left here, so can't write it off totally. You never know what could happen out here. Right now, we've got 14 people in the session. The 44 Scooter being one of them. Don't remember the fluorescent yellow. He's normally in a white car, I believe. So Scooter bringing out a new ride this week in that 44 machine. A putt right in front of him. Clay Christopherson rolling around in that 51. So I just realized here, let's see, this isn't too bad. Maybe a little too zoomed in for Shaggy's liking. Don't like doing this on the fly. But, man, I'm not one to admit this often. Shaggy's pretty lazy this week here with setting up cameras. I'm not trying to get you guys hooked on it as well, but I will tell you what, there's a game, Xbox, computer, wherever you want to play it, pretty much any gaming system, called Balatro. It won Indie Game of the Year.
Hey, Shaggy, you hear me?
Oh, yeah, yes, I can, and so can the broadcast. What's going on? Oh, you couldn't hear me because I muted myself, but yeah, we can hear you, and so can the broadcast. What's up? Oh, maybe Sean bailed out of here. Let's see. Or Tyler bailed out. Never mind. Why? Hang on a second.
Hey, Chapman. Hello?
Because apparently my Discord is on push to talk.
Oh, okay, that's weird.
Well, just a heads up, you're going out over the broadcast. What's up?
I was wondering if you were streaming or not. I didn't see it live or not on YouTube.
It should be. Let's see here.
Oh. Okay, it's a different one. Okay, there we go. Mine was still showing you weren't, so.
Oh, weird. Okay, all right. I must not have clicked to do the one that I scheduled for tonight. That's my apologies.
No, it's all good, man. It's all good.
Yep, but we're definitely here. As you can see, now I'm going to have to, let me see if I can go in and do a little bit of editing on the fly. Try to delete that other video that I had scheduled.
Oh, it's all good, man. I was just making sure. All right.
Alrighty, well, good luck out there, Tyler.
Yep, thank you.
And so you're going to hear, my apologies if you hear an advert in the back or anything like that. I'm going to go to my channel, edit that video, and delete that. If it will let Shaggy, I don't know if it will let me. There we go. That way it doesn't throw anyone off. And, well, then now I'm going to have to go in and mess around with the thumbnail, get it in the right spot. My apologies here for the hiccups. I was probably the reason the drivers were being late. Now we'll go back to getting you some different camera angles here. We'll click that down. Keep getting in the wall there, rolling through 1 and 2. It's going to get hairy as the cushion thins out. You see that dust starting to fly. Here's the track gauges on. The dust will get worse. Not too bad right now at all. In fact, it's barely noticeable, but we will get there. So let's see. Who do we want to go check out? Matt Smith in the 31 here. Sure looks like a 27 to me, but hey, we can pretend it's a 31. Definitely gonna throw your man Shaggy off here later. It always makes it so much harder here when you're pulling in new people, and I'll tell you what, if you scroll through the channel, well, some of them don't even end up on mine because I do a lot of work for other people. But I broadcast a S-ton of leagues here, so if you ever are in one of my leagues, please set that driver number right. Because boy, oh boy, it can throw you off. We're watching JT Wellman roll around right now in the 28 machine. Looking to the inside, trying to go low and slow. And that's, of course, on the inside of... Well, not of course. It's not Jesse Atkinson. Oh, that's Matt Smith, the one with the wrong paint. See? So that's what it does to Shaggy. I see the paint on the car, and I look over to my software. And I immediately want to change the camera. Got Scooter down there ripping the bottom. Chris Thibodeau. The Raging Cajun. He's always fast. Still looking for his first win of the season. It's almost imminent. That 44's got a lot of speed every Sunday night. Got the Pink Panther, Jesse Atkinson rolling around here in that 127. Let's go over to another room here. Or are they all in the same room? Nope. Here's our point leader. Dylan DeWert rolling around. We got John Adkins here in the 14. Not sure, looks like a 17. Got Brian Trimble to his outside in the Gravedigger looking scheme. I guess Gravedigger color inspired. Doesn't necessarily look like the Gravedigger. I would just say, you know, that's what those colors remind me of. Let's go back over to the main room. Only 4 guys on the track in this one. Couple more over here. Let's see. Let's go back. Let's sit at the front stretch again. Just trying to keep an eye on what the track's looking like, and you can see they obviously do disappear. But if you, and you know, it will get better. But if you stare at a spot on that track after a couple guys go by, you can tell us, if you're looking up here at the top left, the levels in the dirt will start to change. It's going to take a couple trips around and guys running up there, but you can almost see the computer refresh a little bit up there, and it's neat the way we build in grooves now here on iRacing. They've done a great job here with the dirt, and with all the dirt guys coming to iRacing, I think it's only going to get better. So definitely, if you're a dirt racer, now is the time to get into iRacing. Sim stuff, I know if you look at it, it looks really expensive, and well, that's because 7 out of 10 times the expensive stuff is worth it. You know, one of those things you can race on a wheel without direct drive, but I truly wouldn't recommend it if it's within your budget to get something else, because you're eventually just going to upgrade to direct drive anyway when you get the money, so why spend it twice? Kind of always my attitude. As we see Matt Smith fighting a real loose race car here, and if you're loose now, it's only going to get worse here. Still a lot of grip left on the track, and that's why you're seeing guys like the 44 Joe McIntyre look real snug down low. You just woe that thing down, let it get real quiet, and you find a lot of grip down there. Checkered flag flies on warm-ups, and we get ready to go qualifying here. It says at the Lucas Oil Speedway. If you know Shaggy at all, you know that is probably the thing I'm best at, is not changing the name up top. So my apologies. We're going to do that now. Now that should reflect. And let's see here. We got Tyler Knopf coming around lap number 1. He should be the first time we see on our screen. He's purple through sector 1. That just got taken over by the Pink Panther. Tyler Knopf, currently quick time. But let's see here if the Pink Panther, Jesse Atkinson, and there he goes. A 12.55, low and slow for the 127. Can he improve lap number 2? Jesse Atkinson, no. Slower through sector 1 and sector 2. Batiste rolls in with a top 3 in that 67 machine. Good run for Donnie as Joe McIntyre takes the 44 around. Lap number 1 going to be P6 for the double 4. Can he find improvement here? Looking real low in 3. Maybe turned in a little bit too early. Had to straighten it up. And well, as soon as I say that, look at that purple sector 4. What does your broadcaster know? Absolutely nothing. That's why I'm sitting up here. The 44 with quick time. All right. Or actually, you know what? Let's watch him come around here first. Scooter here. What's lap number 1 look like for Chris Thibodeau? P8. As we'll watch him come around here, lap number 2, and then we're going to switch to our point leader, who's currently P7 here after 1 lap. Chris Thibodeau, can he improve? No, he's going to stay P9. DJ looking a little slower there through sector 1, quicker through sector 2. Dylan DeWert going to stay P7. 12 cars qualified, 2 cars have yet to hit the track. Not sure if we're going to get qualifying out of them or not. Doesn't look like they are. As we roll into heat race number... This may be our only heat race here, actually. Let's see. No, 2 heat races. What's Shaggy thinking? 14 guys, of course. Let's take a look at that starting grid here for heat race number 1. Starting on the inside of row number 4, in the number 4, that's Jordan Lawrenson. Outside of row number 3 in the 28, JT Wellman. Into his inside in the 1-2, Scooter, Chris Thibodeau. Oh, wait, no, what am I? Yeah. Wait, what is going on here? Oh, okay. Shaggy had to make that disappear, so, okay. I was going to say in the 1-2, it looked like, I didn't remember that being on the car. DJ and Bill Miller take up row number 2, and outside of row number 1, Putt Clay Christopherson in the double 4 of Joe McIntyre starting on the pole. Your pole sitter, can he carry it over here through the race? Long night left here at the Kokomo Speedway. If you're out there watching, let us know who you're rooting for. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Heck, hit that share button. Let your friends know what you're doing tonight here as we roll through 3 and 4. The green flag is high. It's ready to fly. 10 laps to go. Play at Kokomo Speedway. We're underway. Got to woe that thing down, but the battle on behind him. They're 3 wide. Scooter on the bottom. Ooh, man, that left rear tire lifts up when he gets in the binders. Finds enough to make it stick here as they go in 3 wide one more time, and they're 3 wide again. DJ to the outside. The 4 of Jordan Lawson here. Here he comes, finding grip downstairs. Scooter trying to turn the wick up, finding a way under putt-putt, but the battle's still raging on behind. The 4 not going away. A literal thorn there in Bill's side in the 34. But he's doing just enough, finding enough grip there that he goes down, slams the door shut, and Jordan gets on the binders. And, well, now he's got to go back to work. Here's where 3 wide. Man, oh man, putt-putt almost rolled that thing getting on the binders. These left rears want to pick up. This may be a newer thing after the update. Shaggy's not real familiar with this there, but they are really lifting up and coming off the ground. Not the best for handling, but Joseph McIntyre back to the inside. Lags out here for a second. There he is back. He's disappearing. Scooter down to the inside. Low and slow. Moves up to P2. 4 to go at the line. Putt-putt trying to do the opposite of what comes natural. Try to rip that around the outside, and you see lost all that ground in the 51. Makes it back up on the entry into 3 and 4, but I definitely think you want to be on the low part of the racetrack right now. Just so much grip down there, and with the way this fixed setup's geared, I just think you're kind of set up for a race here on the bottom. And with 2 more trips around, can Scooter maybe nudge Joe out of the way here as we're coming to the white flag? 1 more trip around. Scooter going to that top shelf, and that's going to open up the door here for Clay Christopherson. Can he get a run going down the backstretch? Scooter maybe getting a little overzealous there. Never was going to make that move, and Joe McIntyre wins heat race number 1, followed by Chris Thibodeau, Clay Christopherson, Bill Miller, Jordan Lawrenson, Dylan DeWert, and JT Wellman. Your point leader with a tough race here in heat race number 1. He's going to have to really overcome some bad luck here if he wants to finish on the podium here in the feature as we get ready for heat race number 2. On the outside of row number 3, that's the 91 of Brian Trimble. And he's inside the 31 of Matt Smith. Tyler Knopf takes that 41 and starts on the outside of row number 2. And his inside in the 67, Donnie Batiste. Row number 1 for your second and final heat race here for the Outlaw Dirt Series UMP Modifieds. Starting on the outside in the 14, Jonathan Adkins. And his inside in the 127, the Pink Panther, Jesse Atkinson. We go around here one more time. Drivers get a little bit of heat in these motors and see what we can do. Is the 41 trying to warm up the tires a little bit. I think that left rear, that had to throw some people for a loop. Definitely not expecting that lift here, and I doubt they were either. As the 127 watches the pace truck pull off, and we get ready to go play in the clay. 10 laps at Kokomo Speedway. The Pink Panther drops the hammer, and we're underway. Jesse Atkinson with a good run here on the bottom through 1 and 2. Meanwhile, Donnie Batiste here, he moves on up to P2. Jonathan Atkins, he'd happily give up that spot just to get down to the bottom, which is exactly what he did. And Tyler Knopf able to hold on to P4 for now as the Gravedigger Brian Trimble in the 27 make a little bit of contact here. Oh, Brian drives it in deep, almost gets into the back of the 41. No arm, no foul. They race on. Let's go on the nose here, the 91. Shaggy just realized that overlay is double layered. I do a lot of this without even looking at that. I've kind of learned these guys' names here. Let me refresh that too. My apologies. Brian's still trying to find a way around Tyler, who just almost found a way around the 7 or the 14 here. I think it's coming. 14 trying to move upstairs. Do we finally have a lane? Not when you're getting in the fence like that. He still gets that run off the corner, and we're not at the transition just yet. I think you still want to be on the bottom, but oh boy, is she getting close here. Kokomo's the 91 sends it in. We're 3 wide. Just can't maintain the momentum coming off the bottom of the corner, though. Has to cede the spot. Still watching side by side in front of him here as he thinks about driving it in deep again. Has to get on the binders. This is the show here. Out front, the Pink Panther all alone is with 2 laps to go. Tyler Knopf with his hands full here, stuck in the middle, 3 wide. Through 3 and 4, white flag waves. He's got one more trip around. So every spot here is 2 spots in the features. The Pink Panther rolls through 3 and 4 for the final time. He takes home heat race number 2, followed by Donnie Batiste, Jonathan Atkins, Brian Trimble, Tyler Knopf, and Matt Smith. And now, you'd think Shaggy maybe would have this memorized by now, but I almost said, you know, hey, we're going to take a break and watch the show, but Shaggy here, you got some interviews to do, and I believe we got the 44 of Joe McIntyre. We do. He's down there sitting waiting on me. Give him a chance to unmute that mic. Joe, Shaggy in the booth, man. You got a copy? Hey, man. I saw you unmute. You got a copy there, bud? Is running into some technical difficulties here for the 44. We'll send him back down to the waiting room, see if he can figure out that mic deal. Try and get a word with him here, but until then, got the 127 of Jesse Atkinson here, the Pink Panther. Shaggy up in the booth, man. You got a copy?
I copy.
Hey, well, you know, you looked pretty good there. Heat race number 2, low and slow. How long do we think that lasts here? Do you see the top shelf coming in eventually, or do you think the bottom stays?
Honestly, I don't know. I hope the bottom stays, but you know, if the top comes in, that's perfect. I love running the top here. Any, you know, super late Model V sprint carts, you know, I'm always up there. I hate running the bottom here, but if the bottom stays, hopefully we can just make our way around. Whoops, muted myself. Use the little throttle control I have in any discipline, and just hopefully we can roll away with something here. Hopefully don't get spun out or something. Or spin somebody out. That's another worry of mine.
Well, hey, if you spin anybody out here, don't tell DJ I told you, but maybe spin him out. Make the points a little interesting here. But, hey, good luck tonight, Jesse. We'll be rooting for you, bud.
Yep, thank you.
Let's see here, Joe. You think, did we get the mic figured out? Shaggy up in the booth, man. You got a copy? Not too sure if your Discord's on push to talk or maybe not reading your microphone, but we're not hearing you, Joe. Alrighty, well, hopefully he looked quick here in the heat. Hopefully he gets this thing figured out in the next couple minutes, because I got a feeling we're going to be talking to Joe McIntyre after the feature if he can get this mic situated. But we'll send him back down to the... We'll leave him up here. I see it unmuting. Maybe he's trying to fidget with some settings here.
Hello? Hello?
There we go. We got copy with the 44, man. Joe, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Well, not as good as you, man. You looked really quick here in heat race number 1. I won't bug you too long, but I'm going to ask you the same thing I asked Jesse here. I'm seeing cars rotate up to the top a little bit, you know, especially through 1 and 2. Do you think we're going to get a multi-groove racetrack here, or do you think the bottom stays where you want to be?
There we go. We got it figured out now. My bad.
No, you're all good. I didn't even realize you ever left because I can't hear you. At what point of the question didn't you hear that, or were you gone for the whole thing?
Yeah, the whole thing.
All right. Well, we only got 50 seconds here. So what's the plan here? Do we think the bottom of the racetrack stays, or are we going to see 2 lanes open up?
It might get Cowboy up. I don't know. Usually this track kind of goes to the top a little bit, but it's a little ways around. These things are kind of rough. They seem to get a little tight every now and then, so I don't know. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, you know, something else I forgot to ask Clay or Jesse about it. I plug your brain. I've never noticed these things before, man, with the left rear picking up the way I've noticed them into the corner. Is that a newer thing from the update?
Yeah, the way they had them, they bounce a lot more now. So I mean, they're real. When a track's like real good, 100%, it's real rough. Like it gets real tight, starts bouncing all over the place. It's quite a bit. You know, it's pretty hard to handle.
Well, hey, man, warm-up's coming to a close. Good luck here in the future, brother.
Appreciate it.
It's the 44 of Joe McIntyre. These guys are racers. They're not tech gurus. He got the mic figured out, though, and that's something we can all be happy about as we get ready to go play in the clay here. I believe, let's cheat here. Yeah, 35 laps. To be honest, I was going to say 30. So that saved my butt here. Let's take a look here at the starting grid. Rounding out the field, starting in the Baker's Dozen spot in the 28, JT Wellman. Outside of row number 6 in the 31, that's Matt Smith. And to his inside, the point leader, DJ Dylan DeWert. Tyler Knopf takes the 41 and rolls on the outside of row number 5. And to his inside, the 4 of Jordan Lawrenson. Row number 4 to the outside, the 91 of Brian Trimble. And is inside the 34 of Bill Miller. Johnny Adkins rolls off on the outside of row number 3 in the 14. And to his inside in the 51, Putt Clay Christopherson. Row number 2 to the outside in the 67, Donnie Batiste. And to his inside in the, it's a 44, but we got 1-2 here, Scooter Chris Thibodeau. Row number 1, starting on the outside in the 127. A man Shaggy's very familiar with. He calls him the Pink Panther, Jesse Atkinson. And to his inside in the 44, possibly a first-time winner here, I believe, if he could pull it off, Joseph McIntyre Jr. As we roll through 3 and 4. The green flag is high. It's ready to fly. Let's go play in the clay at Kokomo Speedway. Good jump for your leader there in the 44. Jesse Atkinson sticking up to that top shelf. He is a rim rider. He mentioned it to me. Him and his teammates over there training wheel racing, they love to rip that outside. And if there's a cushion developing, that 127 sure as hell going to find it. Chris Thibodeau, meanwhile, looking to the inside, trying to find a way to get P2, but, well, dive bomb alert there. Bill Miller sent it in. He tightened up over the bumps, and he had to back out of it, while DJ Dylan DeWert looking to the bottom here. He's got the 20 dialed in early. Started 11th up to 5th in that 20 machine. Somebody lit the fuses. They're almost 5 wide synchronized here in Kokomo. 4 wide through 3 and 4. Give Shaggy some more as John Atkins trying to get down there below DJ. Battle on for P2. Scooter trying to find a way around Joseph McIntyre. Joseph looking to the high side and not too sure what happened there. We missed the pass for the lead here amongst this 4 wide battle, and that's on Shaggy. My apologies, but the Pink Panther leads the way here, lap number 7. Beating and banging, putt looking for a way to the bottom in that 51. These guys racing hard here at Kokomo. Scooter looking downstairs here. Can he maintain a run under Joe McIntyre? Battle of the 44s here at Kokomo Speedway. Scooter loses the rear end, tries to find some grip as he crosses the starter stand. He does almost enough to clear McIntyre. He can, as McIntyre looks back down for a little crossover. He's got the position here through 1 and 2. Joseph McIntyre making it a battle here for P2 as the Pink Panther looking to set sail, but the caution's gonna put an end to that mission. Bill Miller, caution number 1. That is not Bill Miller. Shaggy clicked the wrong button. Let's try this one more time. And we don't need the interview camera, Shaggy. Let's see if we can figure out what happened to this 34 here. As he's got the 91 in front of him there, blinked out. Maybe a reappearing thing. Didn't want to, yeah, with netcode. Didn't want to get into the back of him. Little contact and the 34 goes around. Tough break for Bill. Not really anything he could have done different. Oh, you see the Pink Panther here. Jesse Atkinson leading the way out front. I'm not too sure about that helmet. I don't know what that is, who that's supposed to be. I assume it's a face. But, not a very obvious face. Can't tell who that is as we roll through 3 and 4. Green flag is high. It's ready to fly. Lap 11 underway here at Kokomo Speedway as they bounce all around. Jesse Atkinson getting that preferred position down low. Here comes Joe McIntyre, though. As they're 4-5 wide, almost contact here in the back. No caution as everyone continues. Tyler Knopf trying to work that outside. Got that 41 up there screaming. Got some damage to that left front. He may have been involved in that contact. That's what drew me to that 41. But right now getting a good run here off the top of 2. Pulls even almost going into 3. But can't really maintain. And as soon as I say that, Clay has a little hiccup in front of these guys. That allows Tyler to get a big run as the Gravedigger machine gets loose. That's Brian Trimble. They're just moping around back here. Not too sure what's going on. It seems like everything's okay with JT Wellman. Couldn't tell if that thing was maybe damaged, but meanwhile, the leaders rip the top here through 2. Dylan DeWert up to P2. That's why he's your point leader. He's showing you right now. We'll see the race here to the line. The 4 working the outside. That 91. That's been a long time coming. That's why I followed him as long as I did. I kind of got a sense that that was coming here. We're under caution for the second time. I mean, we've all been there. Frustrated running in the back. Maybe bringing out a caution that we're trying to make not look intentional that was, but you just got to realize I'm one of those guys that does that, so you're not going to be able to fool me. So I know what I saw there. I don't have a problem with it, but some other guys might, and Jesse Atkinson might be one of them here because every restart now, DJ, I mean, he's moved on up. He's up to P2. Now he's going to be all over the back of that 127 here when we go to fire, and Pink Panther's going to have to figure something out here. 17 laps to hold off the 20 of Dylan DeWert as we roll through 3 and 4. The green flag is high. It's ready to fly. We're back underway at Kokomo Speedway. The Pink Panther with a big slide in 1 and 2 here. Wanted to get to that top shelf. We're thinking that's what's fast now out front. But Scooter here, he's not giving up on that bottom, and either is Putt here as he dives down below. The 51 of Clay Christopherson, he wants a piece of this. Trying to find a discount down there, and he's up to 3rd at the line, really close. But give it to Putt as DJ all over the back of the 127. Can Jesse Atkinson hold him off? I'm feeling a slider attempt here really soon. DJ going to get a good run here off of 2. He doesn't try it through 3 and 4. Does he try it through 1 and 2 this time? Dialing to work, just being patient here. Gets into the outside wall, and gotta hope he didn't damage that thing now as Joe McIntyre ripping the outside, trying to get back to P3. Clay's got it at the line, but man, they're side by side. But Clay with a good run on the bottom of 1 and 2 that time, and gotta think advantage 51 as he floats on up. Shows Joe the rear end, but Joe just goes that 1 lane higher and goes around. They're side by side through 3 and 4. The 44 gets in the wall. Joe with a good run, though, off the top shelf, and Clay Christopherson gonna have to go all or nothing on that inside. He does. He slides up in front of the 44. Joe back down to the basement. Clay looking to counter back, give it to the 51 at the line. Slider through 1 and 2. Anything you can do, I can do better, says Joe McIntyre, and here he comes with one of his own through 3 and 4. Clay with too good of a run, and he has it on the top shelf. Tyler Knopf getting up into the picture here in this 41 machine. Those guys racing have really allowed these 2 drivers behind to draw him back in. And DJ, he's kind of just staying even pace now with the 127. After that last caution, we saw him get into the wall early on the restart. I think it's just affected the handling of that 20 machine as we watch him roll down the front stretch. Tyler Knopf, McIntyre, and Scooter in a 3-wide battle for 4th. Scooter trying to do just that, scoot his way around on the bottom, but we're just running out of grip. Coming off the corners. And he's got to float up. He does a good little slider line there. Going to go up, shut the door on Tyler. And now all of a sudden, McIntyre tries to throw it up. Him in the 41 rub a little bit. Rubbin's racing here. And it makes it look that much better at Kokomo. 4 laps to go this time by for the Pink Panther, Jesse Atkinson. Can DJ find a way to run him down, or is he just running out of time in this 20 machine? He's going to peak low here. Does he think about another line? No, likes the top shelf too much right now. And we go down the backstretch looking to see those 2 fingers this time by. 2 trips around, gets that right rear end of the wall, and he loses all the momentum he had coming off the corner. But the caution flies for the 41 of Tyler Knopf, who was having a great race, was up into the top 5. Let's see what happened to the 41. Oh, he hits that opening going on the backstretch, just trying to yaw it out, and big roll for the 41, and we are under caution at Kokomo. That sets us up for a green, white, checkered here at the Kokomo Speedway, and you know what that means. It's time to get excited, and we got 2 laps to finish this thing up. Can DJ find a way around the Pink Panther? Can Clay Christopherson maybe get up into this? I mean, anything can happen here at Kokomo. Such a funky racetrack. I mean, you saw there how the 41, I mean, just an innocent move can get you in the wall and really ruin the story you were trying to write. Let's see if this pace truck pulls off this time. Not just yet here. We'll also have to see. It doesn't like what Bowman did there. You know, it's got him way up ahead of the cars. Not sure what that's about. Let's see, where's GT Bowman in the 28? So I think that's what they're maybe waiting on here, pacing around. I think the graphic or the standings are definitely not correct here. Not sure if it will change. The deal is 91 comes around, and now it's got gonna have Trimble up to E2. Not too sure what's going on here with these guys going around because my software has them on the lead lap here. We'll see. It's definitely not liking it. We'll see if it refreshes here as we get ready to take the green. We're gonna hope it does because it is gonna make my job really hard here, as they actually kept the truck from pulling off here. Sorry, when they're this far back from the pace truck, I can literally see nothing. I'm trying to find a view to see if we have the pace truck off. I, of course, cannot freaking find one. And it looks like, yeah, the green flag is high. It's ready to fly. Green, white, checkered at the Kokomo Speedway. Jesse Atkinson leads us to the green flag. And we're going to throw a caution here. Like I say, I wasn't too sure why that guy went around. Probably try to reset this order here. And keep him in the back, I would imagine. As it's finally adjusted, we have Jesse back out front. All's good in the world. There we go. That got way confusing. I promise dirt racing is not that confusing. People out there watching, Jesse, scoot your dang butt up to the pace car, pretty please. Because this is the only camera that I have that I can cheat and see if the lights are off here at Kokomo. There, we just caught the pace truck pulling in, so it looks like we're going to drop the hammer. Green, white, checkered. It's second attempt here, and that does matter. I'm not sure if they have it set to unlimited. As the green flag is high, it's ready to fly. Back underway at the Kokomo Speedway. 2 laps to bring home the hardware. The 44 Joe McIntyre, he looked low, but he lost all momentum. And now Chris Thibodeau looking to his inside is the top 3 on the top shelf here. Trying to get away. DJ with a big move through 1 and 2. He only throws that half slider. He wants the bottom through 3 and 4. What's it look like here? He slides up, leaves the Pink Panther a lane, and Jesse Atkinson brings home the hardware at the Kokomo Speedway for the Outlaw Dirt Series, excuse me, UMP Modifieds. Man, oh man, DJ, he turned it up at the end, but Jesse Atkinson spoiled the Full Throttle Motorsports party, and he parks it on the top step here at the Kokomo Speedway. Great run for the Pink Panther, Jesse Atkinson. Well deserved. He worked hard for this one. So we'll give these guys a minute or two here to catch their breath, and when they do, we'll go ahead and pull up the 51 of Putt Putt Clay Christofferson. Had a great race here. Expect nothing less out of this 51. Does it night in, night out, any league he runs. Very consistent. Brings home another podium here. Is got the Pink Panther down there, but we'll let the Full Throttle Motorsports guys find their way in here. Don't want to deviate from the norm. As I assure you, Shaggy is still here. We were just waiting. And there is the man who brought home P3 putt putt. Clay, how you feeling, man? That was a pretty long race there.
Yeah, car was a little bruised up. It got damaged on the left rear and then the right front pretty quick in the race. But it still drove okay as much as it did on one wheel. But no, it ran good on the bottom and then the line went up top, and by then I still had a lot of tire left, so I felt like I had something up there, just not enough time.
Yeah, I mean, something that kind of caught me off guard. Tell me, I mean, I know you FTM guys, you do a lot of practice, but were you expecting these things to be that bumpy, man? I mean, in the heat races, when you guys were really weighing it down, I could see that left rear picking up, and it looked like you guys were almost about to flip. It was pretty unbelievable.
Yeah, it was pretty much bouncing on the right front a couple of times. We were in the same setup at another track a few weeks back, and it was kind of the same thing. It's a handful. You cannot spear the corner like you would like to in these things, and you pay for it.
Well, hey, Clay, great run tonight, man. Another podium here for Full Throttle Motorsports. Congratulations. Who you want to thank here before I kick you out, brother?
All the guys at FTM, Outlaw for putting this on, you for broadcasting it, and Swan Speed Shop for 358 and big block sets.
Well, Clay, one more thing here before I kick you out. Were you talking to DJ tonight? Is he coming up in here? I see he's not in the waiting room.
He's in the driver's meeting room for some reason.
Oh, you're exactly right. You're exactly right. Thank you, Clay. I'm going to steal him.
Go get him.
Good run, man.
Thank you, sir.
As we got DJ here, dialing, bringing home P2, man. It seemed like you were real quick there early on and maybe playing it a little too patient. I watched you get into the wall there in 1 and 2 on entry, and just seemed like she never handled the same after that.
I don't know. I mean, I didn't really feel like it was that much different. I was playing with the right front going on and off often because it changes the way the car rolled and stuff like that, and I couldn't make up my mind what I wanted to do, to be honest. So, but I mean, I had fun. I wish I didn't get into the wall at the end there. I think I might have had a little bit better shot. But I kind of decided to commit to it because she wasn't coming off. So I just gassed it up and said, whatever happens, happens. Hopefully it doesn't break. And it didn't, but here we are.
Yeah, was there any thought? I mean, obviously it's got its advantages and disadvantages, but if you could replay through 3 and 4 again, do you float that thing up to the whole way to the wall and try to make him cut under you, or do you do that same thing over again?
Oh, I don't even know, to be honest. At this point, I don't remember what happened. I did it, and that's how it is. There's no taking it back. So,
well, DJ, you race smart, and you may not remember, but you left him a lane here to keep it a good finish, and you brought home a P2, and that's why you're the point leader, brother. So, great race once again, man. Looking like you're going to bring home this hardware, no problem. So, congratulations. Good run. Who you want to thank?
well, Clay for coming out to play, as always. You for the stream, making us look good. All the other boys at FTM, Dean, Super Dirt Car, Gunner at Spawn Speed Shop, old White Lightning, Sean, and Tyler for giving us a place to run and to play. So, other than that, yeah,
Well, hey,
pretty much it.
great run, DJ. I look forward to a lot more of these, brother.
All right, man.
And now we bring up your winner here. Man, it got close, Jesse. But you're able to weather the storm there, rip the lip through 3 and 4, and bring home the checkers. Talk to us about those last couple laps.
Yeah, that was definitely that was something. Obviously didn't really want to see that. We were like, I don't know, lap, honestly I have no idea what lap it was. 15, we were rolling the bottom and I see him coming in the mirror, and that was about time to get to the top when I saw them rolling it. So moved up to the top, like I said, and I know Kokomo about as well as the back of my hand, and I don't know the back of my hand that well, but I sure do look at it from the top a lot. So we know Kokomo from the top pretty well. So we went to the top, as we said, and just kind of rolled that and hoped for the best.
Yeah, what guide me through what happened there. I think I have a pretty good idea, but whenever they blew that initial green white checkered off, did a guy go around too many times and take the lead from you?
They were trying to wave somebody, but they accidentally waved somebody else. So I think he got scored as first. Honestly, I have no idea. But honestly, that first botch start, I kind of needed that because I was thinking I'd go down below the slick and wash up, but they gained pretty quick. So thankfully the caution was thrown there, and then I knew for the the final restart there, just don't do a slider line. That's a big no-no. Just stay up top and ride it out.
Well, hey, you had a hell of a run tonight, Jesse. Congratulations. The Pink Panther takes home another checkered flag, my man. Who you want to thank?
I got to thank Training Wheels Racing, even though they're not with us. They're on the car, big part of it. Got to thank Ager Esports, Folklore Media, all those guys over there. Got to thank you for putting on the broadcast, as League for putting these races up. Got to thank myself for not completely murdering the outside wall. Always got to thank myself for that. Thank my girlfriend for watching, and yeah.
Yeah, and speaking of Training Wheels Racing, shame on them. Where are they, Jesse? Why aren't they in here?
They love the wings, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, man. Well, you tell them they got to come over here and join us some Sunday night. Great run, Jesse, and I look forward to talking to you again, brother.
Thank you.
Another great show here from the Outlaw Dirt Series, UMP Modifieds, and DJ with another podium here. That's got to be the story. I mean, the overwhelming champion here as we get ready to close out the season. I think we only have 4 races left, maybe 3 after this one. But, man, it's been a great year, and I expect some more great finishes as we get ready to close out. Thanks for joining us here on Shaggy TV from everyone at the Outlaw Dirt Series, all the admins. We thank you all for tuning in and watching every Sunday night. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'm Zach Chapman from Shaggy TV, signing off. Have a good evening.